it's Nick from Nick's Crossing, and welcome to Stewartstown, Pennsylvania, home of the Stewartstown Railroad. Behind me is the original station from 1914 that is fully restored to give the appearance of the 1914-1920s era. And today they are running a few trains, and we're going to catch the last train today. So excited for this. So the end of the track's in front of me, and I'll spin you guys around and give you a tour. All right, guys, check out this beautiful station here. And you said 1914 station?
Yeah.
All wood paneling. We're even working on a typewriter. So it's pretty much a time machine, I would say. I love this. And then, so these are all the past stops on the railroad on this sign here.
They weren't all stations. Some of them were more like somebody's farm property where
Okay.
they just run over the train, throw some stuff on.
Like a whistle stop type thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Someone had milk on their porch, or, you know, empty milk jugs or whatever. And that's cool too. Now, was that on this railroad too? On that sign?
Yes, that is.
That's all filled in now.
Yeah, that's all filled in now. That's the first locomotive, the Hopewell #1.
Uh-huh.
And if you look on that flat car, that's one of the early engines from the Stewartstown Fire Department.
Oh, geez.
And then that.
It's Mighty Mo?
That is Little Mo. That's our
Little Mo.
Hi, welcome to the Stewartstown station. I can help you over here.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, here's the extent of the remaining Stewartstown Railroad. Across the street, there would have been a warehouse. Looks like they had some services too. And they're getting ready for the 2:30 train to come in. Across the way there, we have some type of education car, rail education car there. And then there's one of their 1920s passenger car that is in refurbishment stages at the moment. Both of those passenger cars that you guys will see today were built in the Baltimore area, also known as Sparrows Point. And to any of my steel fans out there, that was a Bethlehem steel plant a long time ago. So that is part of that. We also have some other pieces across the street that we'll check out after our beautiful train ride. All right, guys, I packed my bags, so we're ready to go for a long excursion. I got my trunk there and everything. That is so cool to see one of these old trolleys here like that, filled up with all kinds of baggage. And here's the freight side of the station. And here comes our beautiful train. Oh, I have some maintenance away equipment there. It looks like a maintenance speeder there. So I'm gonna stay right here. We're gonna catch the train coming into Stewartstown Station. I apologize for any funny words you guys hear. As always, I'm wearing a face mask as required by the railroad and other events here until further notice. Here's our other passenger car. I believe this one's a little bit older. The car that's being restored, I think he said this is from 1920, 1922, around the era. And again, this is a Bethlehem steel car. So any of my steel friends out there you go. Built at Sparrows Point, Maryland. So not the Bethlehem located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And there's our engine. I'm gonna stay up here because there's a little bit of a tight clearance in there. Oh, there's the Easter Bunny. How's it going? This is the Easter Bunny train. And there she is, number 10, which is a 44-tonner GE purchased around 1970 for the railroad here. And there she is. Let's get a look at the engine really quick. I wouldn't mind sitting in the open air car, but because of the weather and everything, I was been kind of hesitant. As you guys can see, it is really nice. It has a bench seat in there. It does look fairly dry in there. Let's get you guys in there. Yeah, the floor's dry. I'm just kind of nervous to sit up there. And then here is our engine of the day. Check this out. It's a GE number 10 Stewartstown coupled up to our set of cars. So here we go. We're gonna board our train, the 2:30 departing Stewartstown. All right, guys, I chose this. I chose my own fate. I'm gonna do the open air car. There's not a lot of people in this car today, or if not anyone, because of the rain. They're very happy I'm here to film. I'm so excited to be here. I've always wanted to check out this railroad. And then there's the other side of the station, and this is the freight portion of the station. They have some of their storage here, and this is the first weekend of this entire season that they can get out here. Usually they would have like a Santa train, winter excursions, all kinds of other excursions to produce revenue for this. You know, I'd say it's a smaller railroad, but this is a great location. If you guys ever just want to get away and just have a train ride. Here's a closer look at that maintenance away equipment right here. And I believe they used to run excursions with these. I've seen videos online of that. You actually sit on the side and you go through the woods. So we're gonna actually get some great footage here going through parts of rural Pennsylvania once we get out of Stewartstown. All right, guys, we're getting ready to take out of Stewartstown Station here. So we got engine number 10. Gonna be pulling us. They just pulled up the gates. We're gonna get heading out soon. So hang on tight. We're gonna go for a ride. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Got some other people in the car with me. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't get soaked. So hopefully we're not in the splash zone. So here we go. It just sounded the horn, and we're moving. Say goodbye to Stewartstown Station, everyone. And I think on the other side of this building was the original outhouse for the station, which is kind of funny. The station originally did not have a bathroom. We'll take a walk over there and see the other items they have without crossing the fence, but we'll get a look at some of the other equipment on the railroad. And there's an engine shed right there. That horn sounds really cool. ties in a pile right there. Some old ruins right here too. It says Coal Dock right there. Maybe I'll get back and explore that one day. Here's the other edge of it right here. Concrete with nature's carpet up there. The railway looks like it takes a bend to the left up here, going through the woods. Really thin gauge rail. Oh, and then there's the water cistern. Look at that. That's so cool. I guess it'll go all the way up there. These areas are posted. Nice looking rock formations over there on the side. Check out this cliff. All the way down there. It goes down there about 50 feet or so. Really old house down there. Check this out. Old bridge. Old trestle bridge. This little engine's working so hard to get up this hill. Come on, you can do it. You got it. You can do it. Go, go, go. We're about to go over another bridge. Just went over another culvert. Guys, we're at the Stewartstown with the Easter Bunny, so thank you so much for stopping by. There's a culvert down there we're gonna go over. Way down there. There's railroad ties all over the ground there. Yeah, there's that old bridge. There's an old silo down there. Check that out. So there is a setup here, it looks like, for a pumpkin patch, maybe in the fall time. Come here and pick out your own pumpkins. So I'll definitely be back with that. I'll bring Nikki along. Get some pumpkins along the railroad here. There's a sign for it right there. Yeah, look at that culvert spewing out water. That's pretty cool. I hear all those pieces of rail. I was talking to you guys before. Couldn't really see them too well, but here they are on the side. Really, really thin gauge rail here. Very old. time they had like a passing track here. That's why all these ties are here and there's old rails. You get a shot of the caboose right there. Going over that little baby, it's like a little trestle bridge. Look at that. Going over this creek. It's a meandering stream coming through here. Wow, that's a very old bridge. Look at that. All right, we're coming up on some of those landmarks that before we drove past on the train. I guess we, yeah, you could say drove past them, I guess. This looks like the old coal tower, or coal slip they had here. A little bit more of it down there. Alright guys, we're coming into town here, so here's their engine shed, or the back of it. Another whistle post right here. And there's the old shed. Look at that. The track's cut right across the road here. Here's some of the other maintenance away style, look like speeder carts that they have for different types of work. And one of these says East Pennsylvania Railway. So that's pretty cool. Looks like a go-kart type of thing, or a golf cart style piece of machinery. I just got off the open air car. I'm gonna head back and look at some other pieces in the yard here. But it was probably one of the most relaxing train rides I've had in a very long time. It's so great to be out in an open air car. It did not rain, so it was great. A couple other people in there, but it was very nice. Let's go check out some other pieces.
And that's it. You shut it down whenever you want to.
here's like another, it's almost like a passenger car, or, you know, a workman's car. So I'd love to ride on one of these, get some awesome footage. See that there is a little bit of mud here. It did rain a lot today. So go check out some of the other pieces here. And then they're cranking up the brakes so this thing does not move in the middle of the night. And here's 1341. And here's a very unique car. I saw this on the way in. This is a Rail Academy car from the, what's it, MODOC. Very cool. You can hear him cranking the brakes, the old brake wheels on the cars there. I'm gonna walk around, there's a bunch of mud there. It did rain like crazy, and I'm so happy it didn't rain when I was on that train. Oh, this looks like an old signal base that used to be here. Maybe like a dwarf signal. All right, so here's the other side. Check this out. This is the MODOC, I'm assuming, Modoc Academy. And I believe this is a newer acquired piece. Looks like a boxcar end that they kind of shrunken down and welded to the frame. It's definitely a custom car. It's a really cool piece to have. I'd love to check that out once it's restored or moving on the rails. And I love the stop derail signs that are over there. All right. Keep on moving down. And this railroad is very old. They were saying it's from the 1880s, and it has the same proprietor name, Stewartstown Railroad. Has never been abandoned. It's always been constantly running. It's just the tracks had a couple of catastrophes, such as like Hurricane Agnes, wiping out some of the tracks, other things like that. And here's the side of engine number 10. Check her out. It's actually my first time seeing a 44 tonner in person. And look, there's the F, the front, right there. There it is. On the other side, there's actually other pieces of machinery. And there's a high railer right there. It's that old, or it's like a Chevy Colorado high railer. It's really cool. Spin around here. And it's got a very old throw switch. That's probably one of the oldest I've ever seen. And the gauge of this rail is very thin. It almost looks like a narrow gauge style track. But it is all original track for the most part. And you know, it's just an older railroad, that's all. They said after where we stopped today, it gets extremely bumpy and it's kind of uncomfortable. So eventually they are going to go further and further. And according to some of the locals I spoke with on the train, sometimes they're never sure of when the railroad's running because they hear maintenance away vehicles all the time. So they are trying to get this up to, pretty much up to speed. They want it to go further and further like it used to go, but it does cost a lot of money. It's very expensive. The maintenance upkeep is, has been kind of halted because of the COVID stuff as well. So across the street, I think this is one of their maintenance shops. And if I zoom in, let's see. If I zoom in here, I believe that's another 44 tonner or 40 tonner. And it looks like it says number 12 on there. And then to the left of that, there's a couple of other maintenance away pieces. More speeder style cars like right in there. And this is the Stewartstown Historical Society. It is all posted, so I will not cross this sign. Alrighty, everyone, I'd like to thank you for joining me in this awesome railroad adventure. I'd love to thank the Stewartstown Railroad and all their employees and staff, especially Vincent, their station master, and Ann, that showed me around some of the cars and everything here. I want to thank everyone here. They've been a great help, and they got me on the last train for the day. And it didn't rain, so I'm so happy that I was able to film here and not getting soaked. But anyways, highly recommend checking out this location. It's a beautiful small railway, and little by little they're going to go further and further, hopefully all the way to hopefully all the way to New Freedom one of these days. But thank you all for joining me, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss adventures just like this. Also, join us every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Monday Run Day nights. We talk about trains, also give you guys channel updates, railroad updates, O-scale updates as well, and we also do a train run. But thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you in future adventures just like this.